All right, so in this video, I'm going to show yet another way to insert videos into your course and hold students accountable. So far, we've done 3 different ways to link videos and hold students accountable. We've used the assignment tool, we've used the lesson tool, and the H5P interactive tool. Or, of course, you can not hold students accountable at all and just link your video using the external URL tool. But I've got one more way to have your students be held accountable to watching that video. It's using the forum discussion. All right, so I'm going to turn on editing. And remember, here's my course syllabus, and it's this video that I'm trying to think about. How do I want my course to go? I have it organized in everything is organized in my Google Drive, and there is the actual document right here with the link to the video as well. So I'm going to copy the link to the to the video. I'm going to go back into my eLearn, and I'm going to use a forum discussion. The purpose of the forum discussion, if you think about everything that we've done so far, the engagement is all, and the interaction is all between the student and you as the facilitator. The student is doing stuff and submitting it to you, and then you're providing feedback back to the student. So it's just that direction. The purpose of the forum discussion is to include student-to-student discourse, all right? And that's what the forum discussion is. So I've got the editing mode turned on, and I'm going to go down here to add an activity or resource. And I'm going to click on forum discussion. I have it starred, so it's going to show up on my starred shelf. You are going to see it in the all, and it's going to be way over here somewhere. Just star it because you're going to use forum discussions a lot. I love using forum discussions because this is how we get students engaging and interacting with one another. So I'm going to click on forum. And this is where I can do videos, llamas versus alpacas. And then here, I'm going to go step 1, watch this video. And again, remember, it won't be embedded until you highlight it, press the link tool, paste the URL again to that YouTube video. I don't need to worry about opening in a new window. I'm going to click create, and there it is right there. And then step 2, respond to the following prompt, which is, I don't know, what was my following prompt? Let's go to my video. Oh yeah, right here, free response. Which animal would you prefer to have on your farm, and explain why? So let's do that. So I'm going to go back here, and I'm just going to paste it in right here. Which animal would you prefer to have on your farm, and explain why? In fact, and then step 3, after you have responded to the prompt, please reply to at least 2 other student answers. All right, so we're trying to create an dialogue with our students. So the students are going to watch the video. The students are going to submit their own answer, their own response right here. In fact, let's bold it and italicize it. There's my prompt. And then step 3, students are going to reply to each other. Okay, so that's what's going to happen. The forum type. There are lots of different forum types. And for the one I'm going to submit here, I'm going to share, is a single simple discussion. What this is going to do is it's going to post the video up at the top, and then students cannot create new conversations about baseball or some other topic. Instead, they can only reply to your video prompt right up here. So it's a simple single discussion about, in this case, llamas versus alpacas. Okay, now I've got a whole host of options here. So I'm going to expand all of those options and go through them so that you can see what we're talking about. So first off, I'm keeping that single simple discussion forum type. I want it to be available all the time. Right here, I do not want them to upload any attachments because I just want them to have a discussion. I don't need a word count, but you can turn it on if you want. Now, here's the subscription and tracking. I auto subscribe, meaning the students will automatically begin the process being subscribed to this conversation, but they can turn off the subscription if they want to, as opposed to a forced subscription where students are subscribed to the forum, meaning they're going to get an email update anytime anybody answers, but they can't opt out. Now, I choose to make it auto subscription, so the students will initially get notified anytime there's a reply, but they can always turn it off at a later date if they wish. So that's the what I always do. And then the read tracking, I always leave it on optional. I want students to have the privilege of turning on or turning off that tracking feature so that they know which responses they've read or not. Discussion locking, I'm not going to turn that on at all. I don't need to because I'm leaving it on at all times. And then here we are, post threshold for blocking. I am not going to do that. So what this means is if a student starts to answer too many things, it's a spam issue. So if they start spamming and all that sort of stuff, we can block them automatically, but I'm not going to worry about that right now. And then the grading. How is this going to be graded? Well, I'm going to offer points. I want to make this worth 5 points. It's going to be simple direct grading. There is an option for rubrics, but right now we're just going to do simple direct grading. And we are not going to notify students if they got, well, heck, we can. Let's do that. And let them be notified when they got a grade for their assignment. Now down here, roles with permission to rate. I'm not going to worry about that. Only the teacher is going to be rating things. So I'm going to leave it as no ratings. And then all of this other stuff is the default. All right, and then I am now going to hit, let's do save and return to course. And there it is right there. I can turn off my editing. So I got all these options and what it would look like. So I click on it. There's the video. There's the response. And then what the students are going to do is they're going to click this reply button in order. So what I might need to do is respond to the following prompt. I might need to say by clicking on reply. So let's do that. So I'm going to go way up here and I'm going to edit my settings, respond to the following prompt by clicking the reply button in the lower right corner. Boom, look at that. Now when I hit save and display, I got a little bit better set of directions so that now the students know they're going to reply down here. What is this going to look like from a student point of view? And then I'm going to scroll down and there it is. Look at that. And the student, as the student, can see that there is one unread post. Isn't that cool? So they're going to click on it and there it is. They can see what they're supposed to do. And now all they need to do is they need to click the reply button right here and reply. So here is the student reply to the original prompt. Boom, right there. And they post to the forum. There it is. And now all the students are going to click reply to the original post. And then as they want to reply to individual students, they're going to click this reply. So these two replies are different. So when the students are replying to their initial post, they're clicking this reply button. When they're ready to reply to each other, they're going to click the reply of the student's response right there, the student's post right there. And then I, as the teacher, look at this. I can now see that the student has replied. Isn't that cool? All right, so right here is how we grade our users. So I'm going to click that grade users button. And now I can see, here's my student A. I can see what my student has done. And I can now give my student a grade. I think it was out of 5 points. And then do I want to notify the student? Absolutely. All I have to do is grade is saved for, did you see that? I just typed in, let's see, 4, I hit return, grade is saved. I'm going to type in a 5, the grade is saved. And then I can go right here and click to view the next student, and I can just take care of it that way. Isn't that cool? And then when I'm done grading, I just click that close button, and there we go. Now, what is that going to look like from the student point of view? I just hide that, and I can then go to my dashboard, and I can scroll, and it's going to be all the way at the bottom, and I can see that the student can now see in their report, in their grade book, that they got a 5 out of 5 on their forum discussion. All right, so now we've got 4 different ways to hold students accountable. We've got assignments, we've got lessons, we've got the H5P, assignments, lessons, we've got the H5P, and then the forum discussion. When I don't need student interaction, I tend to use the lesson because it's the easiest. When I want to get some sort of student interaction, I use the forum discussion because I want to create engagement. I often also use H5P just because it's kind of sexy, it's kind of neat and interactive, and students kind of like that vibe. But there are your 4 ways to hold students accountable for watching their videos.